We started a giant database in a game called Football Manager, and we made one teeny tiny change. We removed the top 100 players from the game. Erling Haaland, gone. Kylian Mbappe, gone. Kevin De Bruyne, gone. Lionel Messi, gone. Cristiano Ronaldo, still there. No, he's still in the top 100 players in the world. He's also gone. Some clubs were hit harder than others, and we've simulated the database 5 years into the future just to see what happens. For the next 5 years, we will be focusing on the 6 clubs that lost the most players. Look at Real Madrid's roster. Their highest paid player now is Aurelian Tchouameni. I'm honestly surprised he wasn't in the top 100 guys. Ferland Mendy, Dani Ceballos, Dani Carvajal, Kepa. Oh, they're set. They're fine. They have Kepa. Not that they could sub him out if they wanted to. Arda Güler's still there. Hossalu's gonna save the day. That's how this is gonna work. Manchester City's highest paid player, Joško Gvardiol. Nathan Ake, Calvin Phillips, Mateo Kovacic. Dude, they don't have an attacker. Until Julian Alvarez, they don't have like a forward player, actually. Mateus Nunes. Jeremy Doku's still there. You know who's gonna save the day, though? Scott Carson. This team is beat. They have no players. In order to make sure that these clubs would be able to replace the players they lost, they've received $50 million for each one of the players removed, which, considering a lot of these players are worth a lot more than that, they are losing a ton of value from their team. And also, who are you going to buy to make your team better? The 100 best players in the world are already gone. I have no idea what's going to happen. Bayern Munich has absolutely nobody. Thomas Muller's still there. He's going to have to roll back the years. Dio Upamecano, Conrad Leimer, Nusair Mazraoui, Fonzie, the dude with 4 names, the Portuguese player with an umlaut. They got a weird team. Liverpool's rocking up with star player Ryan Gravenberch. Schote's still there, and Nunez is still there, and Szoboszlai is still there, and Gakpo. Liverpool might be an early favorite. They certainly have more decent players left than Manchester City. Arsenal still has Kai Havertz, bro. Havertz isn't in the top 100. That's a tough beat. They've still got Eddie Nketiah. Maybe it's his time to shine. The one that would surprise me the most losing the league would be Paris Saint-Germain. They should still be able to dominate, right? Just financially, they're just going to build a new super team. Well, let's go to after the transfer window. Before we progress, I want to show you all of the players that actually got removed from this database, and they will be scrolling by right here as I tell you about today's sponsor, NordVPN. They're great. They've sponsored the channel for a long time, and that's because I use NordVPN. It helps keep me safe on the internet. I know the idea of a VPN can sound scary or intimidating, but it's an incredibly user-friendly way to route your internet traffic through a point somewhere else in the world to allow it to be more safe, particularly when using public Wi-Fis like in a coffee shop or in a hotel. It also has the added advantage that while I'm traveling to crazy places like the Faroe Islands, we had fun filming that video, I can beam myself back to the United States and watch US Netflix or US sport. All I have to do is click this little drop down and route myself through a US server on the VPN. And the best thing besides how safe NordVPN can keep you on the internet is how financially accessible it is. They've got a huge deal running on a 2-year plan that also gives you 4 extra months entirely free. It's also a no-risk 30-day free trial when you first sign up, all at the link in the description. It's a massive discount, and considering it works on your phone as well, it can become a part of your everyday life, and it's a no-brainer to keep you more safe on the internet. Thank you to NordVPN for sponsoring this video, and thank you to Angel Di Maria for somehow still making the list of the 100 best players in the world. Hey, we did it based off rating in Football Manager. Angel Di Maria was number 100. What's the Premier League looking like? Arsenal won the first 7 games. Dude, Eddie Nketiah's got to be going off. 5 goals in the first 7 games. Callum Wilson has 9. This is Callum Wilson's world. You remove the top 100 players, it's Callum Wilson's world. Newcastle only lost Trippier and Guimaraes. They should be able to really take a big step forward, and they are. Where's Liverpool? Oh no. They've lost 3 of their first 7 matches. I thought Liverpool was going to be better. Why is Manchester City good? Who did they buy? Well, they've done a lot of transfer business. They bought Kyle Walker-Peters from Southampton for $26 million. They bought Jonathan Rodriguez from Club America. I don't even know who that is. Nice. Dude was playing in Saudi Arabia a couple of years ago. He's a journeyman who's landed. They bought Pablo Fornals. Yes, this is the universe I want. Matthias Rice from Sporting and a Lone Army, which, look, you know me. I'm pro Lone Army. Okay, I am. I'm not afraid to say it. Nicolo Casale and Danilo Cataldi from Lazio. It's a good player. Mario Hermoso from Atletico Madrid. Baranchuk from Atalanta. Daniele Rugani from Juventus. I mean, they went out and they did some deals. These are some moves. Liverpool didn't quite do the same, but they did buy Andre from the Brazilian league. Not that good. What's his average rating? 6.68. So what's the opposite of stonks? Oh no, there's the big move. They bought Emerson for $44 million. Arsenal also only bought 3 players. They bought Juan Foyth, which that's not bad. Caio Henrique and Ali Al-Musrati. That's it. and they're top of the league. Let's check in on Bayern. Oh, we killed them. We finally killed them. You know what's absolutely insane? We should have known this was going to happen because in the entire list of the 100 best players in the world that were removed, Bayern was the only German team that lost a single player, and they lost 9. They've only won 2 of their first 6. They lost to Augsburg at home. They dropped 44 million on Steven Bergwijn. They dropped 40 million on Christopher Ayer. They tried. Like, more than Liverpool, honestly. But even when this happens, it's not Dortmund's year. It's RB Leipzig that's got the lead early. Surely PSG is okay. Yeah, PSG's fine. They bought Douglas Santos, Simon Kjær, and Riddle Baku. Those are 3 actually very good signings, and they already had a good team left anyways. Real Madrid's fine too. It's just Liverpool and Bayern, apparently. No, come on. They made 1 signing, and it was just an okay one. February 28th, Premier League standings. Was it always Manchester City? Arsenal bottled it again, and Liverpool's still in the top 4. We tried to kill these teams, and they keep coming back. Dominic Szoboszlai, I don't know what they've got him doing now, but he has 17 goals this year. Hidden talent. Striker. Dude, Manchester City signed Pepe. Oh, it's the wrong one. The wild thing is Arsenal seems to improve their team. They had the best January. They signed Umar Solé and Karim Konate from Salzburg, and they freed Donny van de Beek from United. But Manchester City, after losing 11 players, is still in first place. Let's check on PSG. Yeah. Oh, Bayern's coming back, dude. Bayern is coming back. The inevitability of Bayern. They're on their way back. They just have 7 draws this year. Tim Kleindienst is the top goal scorer, the Heidenheim player. David Raum is top in rating in the entire Bundesliga, and Christian Günther is top in assists from Freiburg. But even though Bayern doesn't have a single player in any of those categories, they're on their way back. Of our teams, Manchester City also made it out of the Champions League group stage, but like barely over Red Star. Barely. Cracks are showing. PSG and Arsenal were in the same group, but they avoided catastrophe. Bayern Munich and Real Madrid were in the same group, and they still got out over AC Milan, who only lost 2 players. Where's Liverpool? Right, they're in the Europa League. It's all right. Yeah, they were fine. Unsurprisingly. What? They finished in the top 3. All 3 of them finished in the top 3. So just, if you can just rebuild squads immediately, clearly. And Liverpool came all the way from 7th in our first checkup to actually winning the league. They won away against Arsenal on the final day to win the title. That is insane. City bottled it. They drew Arsenal and Man United in 2 of the final 3 match days. They bottled it. But the 3 clubs that lost the most players did the best. I'm the curse. I happen to wear a Tottenham jersey while recording this. They lost 3 players and they finished in 9th. Turns out Andrew's a fraud. Fraud watch. We're on fraud watch. Dominic Szoboszlai won the Golden Boot in the Premier League. He should be begging for this to happen in real life. He was the Premier League's best player. So's Callum Wilson. He scored 23 goals. Rasmus Højlund scored 17, which is exactly infinitely more than he scored in the Premier League in real life. Is that true when this video comes out? Probably. PSG won the league by 11 points despite losing 8 players. Ooh. Real Madrid. A little more parity in the Liga than they get credit for. Celta Vigo at 4th is nuts. They're having a bad year in real life, but they finished 4th in the save. Alaves at 3rd. Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, who both lost players, finished 1-2, but Real Madrid could not recover from losing 11, which makes sense. Manchester City lost 11 and tied for points at the top of the league, which is nuts. It really was all those loans. Loans. Sorry. It finally happened. Somebody beat Bayern. Finally! It was Tim Kleindienst, top scorer. David Raum, best player. Alphonso Davies was 2nd for best player in the Bundesliga. But RB Leipzig has ended Bayern Munich's monopoly of the Bundesliga after Bayern lost 9 players. And it was close. Maybe they should do this in real life to try and make it fair. Just put them all on an island for like a Mr. Beast video. Will Bayern recover? Will Real Madrid recover? Next year. We broke the Matrix! We broke the Matrix! We broke the Matrix. It took an extra year, but the top 2 is Tottenham, Aston Villa. I don't know why it took an extra year, but it did. Manchester City missed the Champions League. Liverpool and Arsenal got in comfortably, but Tottenham won the league and Aston Villa finished 2nd with a lot of points. Richarlison was the top scorer. We really did break the Matrix. They just couldn't sustain it for a 2nd year. And they made a lot of signings. Manchester City signed Florian Wirtz. They signed Jamal Musiala for $120 million, and it didn't matter. They finished 5th. They even brought Roberto Firmino back from Saudi Arabia, and it wasn't enough. Liverpool signed Joe Linton and Antonio Silva. That's smarter business. Well, Arsenal was balling on a budget, signing Yassine Bounou for free and wonder kid Christian Medina from Boca Juniors. They also got my boy Mateo from Atalanta, which is a club that I feel like has been raided. Yeah, they're not doing too hot. They finished 8th. The second year is awesome. It actually just had a delayed effect on the squad. They could patch it up for 1 year, but after the second year, they just couldn't keep it up. Even Paris Saint-Germain, dude, they drew 11 matches. Lens won the league. Randall Colomouani was the best player, though. This is definitely the type of world he would thrive in. Real Madrid bouncing back. They finished 2nd. They're looking back to their old selves. Well, they went on a giant shopping spree. They signed Ndombele, Serhou Guirassy from Stuttgart, Juan Bernat. The Entrigue sale finally went through, and they're doing fine. Big Flo wasn't going to let them drop for too long. But Bayern, did you take it back, Bayern? No! They didn't. They finished, it got worse. It got worse. They finished way off RB Leipzig. The RB Leipzig dynasty is clearly here. Benjamin Šeško, football manager wonder kid, won the Golden Boot and best player. Bayern Munich's relying on the youngster Mathys Tel, and he only scored 17 goals. Not good enough. They only won 18 of their 34 matches. We have successfully broken Bayern Munich. Bundesliga, if you want that information, feel free to contact me. They signed a lot of guys. They signed Manor Solomon, Franco Gonzalez, who's a great wonder kid from Uruguay, Samuel Lino, Rodri, different one. The other one got removed. They got Mohamed Kudus. Dude, they spent a ton of money and got worse. That's the Manchester United experience right there. Now that we've broken the world, let's see what else we got. Yeah, we've definitely broken the world. We've 100% broken the world. Everton just finished ahead of Liverpool. Liverpool 4, City 5. Arsenal just finished 12th, but they're going to the Europa League. Hey, they won something, but they only got 46 points. Real Madrid won the Champions League in the first year, so they were bad in the league, but they did win the Champions League. Another reason we know we broke the Matrix, Lazio won the Champions League. This was the year. Liverpool might have handled it the best, though, because they did win the Champions League in the 3rd season. So they're the first English team since top player Armageddon to actually get back to the top. Tottenham with the back-to-back league titles, come on. PSG got back to the top. Dude, they're getting pushed. They're getting pushed. They won 26 of 34 matches, and that almost wasn't enough, but they're getting the job done. You know, let's be honest. Real Madrid doesn't win, like, all the league titles anyways. Barcelona's kind of turning this into a moment of dominance. Real Madrid lost twice as many players, but they are hanging on to 2nd. Seriously, Bundesliga, if you want the secret sauce to knocking them off the top, let me know. But do you really want RB Leipzig to be the top team? Is that what you want? I don't know. Because they're dominating now. Red Bull's got money. I can sell this secret sauce to a lot of people. Tottenham, Red Bull, Bundesliga. Hit me up. Hotline Bling. It kind of looks like the music video, doesn't it? If Tottenham actually hit a hat trick, I don't even know. City got it. Oh, Tottenham. That's okay. Back-to-back titles. They're fine. Manchester City wins the title for the first time since they had 11 players taken away from them. They are very much back. Arsenal also, it was a 1-year thing. They're in 4th. Liverpool's the one down in 8th. They do have a Champions League and a league title, though. Order seems to be restored, with the exception of Leeds at 7th. Villa's receded all the way to 9th. The dream is dead. But Alexander Isak won best goal scorer. Wilfried Nanto got 2nd. With Leeds. Pape Matar Sarr was the best player in the Premier League at Manchester United. PSG continues to fend off incredibly tight title challenges and stay mainly the leader of France. Real Madrid continues to finish behind Barcelona, and you know it's coming. You knew it had to happen eventually. Bayern Munich, on a down year for the whole league with just 72 points, has won the Bundesliga. It took them 4 years to get it back from RB Leipzig. Now they won't give it up for another 20. What a random year for Yusuf Paulson to take the league over. But now our final year. I'm not ready to say goodbye. This has been a fun save. Please, sir, can I have one more dramatic thing? That'll do. Manchester United won the league. They only lost 6 players, and eventually, led by Pape Matar Sarr, I can only assume, they won the league. Turns out for Ivan Toney, betting on himself paid off because he won the Golden Boot with Aston Villa. And basically all the teams that lost players were eventually back where they kind of were supposed to be. This is a familiar looking table with the exception of United finally winning the league again. Paris Saint-Germain finished off 4 league title wins after having 8 players removed from their team, which is very impressive in a 5-year stretch. And Real Madrid did not win the league. They finished 3rd, which means out of our top 6 teams that lost a ton of players, Real Madrid is one of the 2 that didn't win the league, and the other one, Arsenal, was in a league with 2 other of those teams. Yeah, that sentence made sense. So Real Madrid, They bottled it, but they did win it. They did win a Champions League, which honestly feels like the most Real Madrid thing of all time. Yes, yes. Dortmund finally got one. This is awesome. 3 different winners. I've cracked the code. I've made the Bundesliga fun to watch again. You just have to remove Bayern Munich's entire starting lineup. It's easy. I don't know why they haven't tried it before. Good to see Sebastian Aller topping the average rating chart. So, what have we learned from this? That you should subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you want to continue binge watching YouTube videos, I put 1 copy of Lionel Messi in every single country in the world, and it's as chaotic as you probably would imagine. Watch it.